My name is Carl Anderson. I grew up in York, Pennsylvania. I'm the eldest son of Phyllis and James E. Hawkins, both of York. I'm a product of the York City schools, having graduated from William Penn Senior High School in 1971. Upon graduating from law school, I practiced law in Cleveland, Ohio for over 20 years, and until about approximately a little over 10 years ago, I was asked by Governor Rendell during his first term to serve in his administration. I returned to Pennsylvania as chief counsel to the Pennsylvania Department of Banking during Governor Rendell's first term. And upon leaving the banking department, I decided to stay here in my home area. I have been active in the community. I'm a past president of Community Progress Council, York, Pennsylvania. I served in that capacity for 4 years. I presently serve on the boards of the Community Foundation, York County Economic Alliance, and the Strand Capital Performing Arts Center. I'm a member of the Rotary Club, and I have obviously been engaged in the community, and I'm committed to being a part of this, my home community, in a positive way. And I'm going to discuss and present information regarding an icon in legal jurisprudence here in the country, Thurgood Marshall. Thurgood Marshall was born on July 2nd, 1908 in Baltimore, Maryland. After graduating from high school in 1926, Marshall attended Lincoln University, a historically black college in Pennsylvania. There he joined a remarkably distinguished student body that included Kwame Nkrumah, the future president of Ghana, Langston Hughes, the great poet, and Cab Calloway, the famous jazz singer. After graduating from Lincoln with honors in 1930, Marshall applied to the University of Maryland Law School. Despite being overqualified academically, Marshall was rejected because of his race. This firsthand experience with discrimination in education made a lasting impression on Marshall and helped determine the future course of his career. Instead of Maryland, Marshall attended law school in Washington, D.C. at Howard University, another historically black school. The dean of Howard Law School at the time was the pioneering civil rights lawyer, Charles Houston. Marshall quickly fell under the tutelage of Houston, a notorious disciplinarian, an extraordinarily demanding professor. Marshall recalled of Houston, he would not be satisfied until he went to a dance on the campus and found all of his students sitting around the wall reading law books instead of partying. Marshall graduated magna cum laude from Howard in 1933. Well, certainly Marshall was distinguished, had a distinguished career as a civil rights lawyer, former counsel to the NAACP Legal Defense Fund. He litigated many of the significant civil rights cases in the 50s and 60s that provided equal access to educational opportunity. Brown v. Board of Education was one of the seminal cases that he argued that opened education opportunity for all in this country. Voting rights cases, he was one of a team of lawyers with the NAACP Legal Defense Fund who were very instrumental in fighting for the rights of African Americans to vote in this country, which was very significant. What makes it relevant is that you see even today now, there are challenges there's efforts in state legislatures across the country to try to suppress the vote. So you can see that the opportunities for equal access to the ballot are still being challenged in some quarters, and that makes it certainly relevant today, and that battle continues. And, you know, we're at least there have been others that have followed his footsteps and are fighting that challenge for African Americans and other disenfranchised here in the country.